Watch this fantastic interview of Don, our 8,731st Ambassador of Kindness.
You're in here, whether you like it or not, Deet. I've got Deet, one of my favorite ambassadors of kindness, and I've got a new ambassador of kindness from Hartford, Connecticut, our 8,731st Ambassador of Kindness. Deet introduced us a moment ago. We're here in Central Park in Antigua, Guatemala, and Don is from Hartford. He's been a pilot, which I am as well. Of course, you said you started flying at 16. I stopped flying at 17. But you were going to tell me about a world record you have in flying. Tell us about it.
Well, maybe several.
Oh, several. Okay. I have all the time in the world.
But to start out, I was not interested at all in aviation or airplanes when I was 16 years old. But my dad was, and he met people so involved, and he met somebody who sold Piper airplanes. And Piper came out with a brand new airplane right about then. That was the first small airplane that had a nose wheel instead of the tail wheel. It was a Piper Tri-Pacer. And my dad happened to hear that Piper was looking for somebody. And that's not my father. That's not the.
He's very loud.
At the airport, but they were looking for somebody who they could teach to fly and give them their license in one day. And my dad said, "I know just the guy." So I got dragged down to the airport, and the day after school let out, and I was going to a boys' boarding school, Avon Old Farms Preparatory School for Boys in Avon, Connecticut, where I had won a 6-year full scholarship to the school. So the day school was out, I got to the airport early in the morning to accomplish this feat, and got in the airplane with my instructor for the very first time. We went up, flew around, did all the things we were supposed to do, and he signed my license, and I went off flying by myself that morning. The same morning, having accomplished 2.5 hours of flying total. And so...
Do you agree with me that the first solo flight is the amazing, best?
Oh, it was fun, but I was figuring this is nothing. You know, I could do this, could have done it a while ago.
Well, you haven't driven a car yet, had you? At that point?
As a matter of fact, I had my flying license before I had my driving license.
Yeah, exactly.
And actually, my instructor, when we were making the first landings, turned to me at one point and said, "Hey, tell me when you think you can do this by yourself." And I said, "Oh, I can do that now." And he said, "Oh, well, go around one more time and convince me you can make that landing by yourself," which I did. He got out, signed the license, away I went, and out came the newspaper people and all, and took the photos.
Well, that was the world record.
That was, well, the New York Times, etc., looked around and tried to find something else, and they just decided, well, what the hell? And nobody has ever questioned it. And they said, solo world record holder. And right there on the front page of all the newspapers.
You remember your pilot's license number?
No.
Because I met a guy who's number 9. For his pilot's license.
Well,
he was an Army Air Force guy.
Well,
he had the number 9 pilot license.
Wow.
You know the reason he forgot his license? Because he's got better things to think of.
Yeah. Whatever.
So anyhow, I've gone from that through, I got my, when I went back to school, all the fancy boys with the blue hair, or the blue eyes and yellow hair with all the money, which I didn't have, all thought all of a sudden I must have been somebody special. So,
yeah, you are special.
So at age 17, I got my private pilot license. You have to be 17. I got it on my 17th birthday. I got my commercial license on my 18th birthday. I flew the 747s for Pan Am and taught the very first pilots for Air Force One, the 747 to fly. I wrote their license for them.
Wow.
That sort of thing just went
That's
on
very cool.
and on.
That's very cool. So, Don, in closing, what advice do you have to give for anyone watching on the planet about kindness?
I use it all the time, and that is, do unto others as you would do to yourself. And I use
Commitment number 2.
every day. my biggie right there.
Yeah.
And, what else?
And commitment number one, though, you got to admit, comes first because you're a pilot.
Well, of course, you have to understand that being a pilot, especially on a 747, way up there and 500 people behind you, you're the first to run into that wall, that's for sure. So, and as I have taught in flight simulators and given licenses to pilots from all over the world, that I will say to the co-pilot, if he hasn't corrected the captain in something, because it's part of the culture perhaps of the Far East not to correct the captain, I will say, look, if you'll look at it, you're only 3 feet from that other guy, and if he gets killed, you get killed, that's for sure.
That's for sure.
Pay attention.
Yeah. Well, thanks for talking to me, Don, and thanks for agreeing to follow the 3 commitments to kindness, because they will solve all mankind's problems. Right, Dee?
I'm with you as far as the 3 commitments. I think they will save a great many of the world's problems.
There you go. Have a fantastic day, everyone.
If you love the Be Fantastic philosophy, please like, subscribe, and share.